only nigga
Are we
true
racing?
political
Are we
hip-hop
racing?
outlet.
We're
No,
racing.
it's just that you're a little slow with it sometimes.
What's everybody? What's up, everybody? It's your girl Paris Nicole on the Naked Truth, the political hip hop station outlet. We weren't racing.
Do you
Stop!
drink?
You were racing,
Do
though.
you drink? Yes or no? Okay. Anyway, what's up, man? Okay. Again, we got a phenomenal show today. We got
Wait, I wouldn't
pronounce
say any.
Yeah.
Just know we got a good show.
Okay.
Regardless of who's coming, you know that we're here and we always talking some good stuff. I'm gonna stop cussing so much. 'Cause
Not.
I just found out a lot of my church members watch this show. And I know they're like, oh my gosh, Paris, she cusses so much. They know I cuss anyways because I accidentally slip up and say shit all the time at church.
You're a sinner.
That does not mean you sin. You just have a potty mouth, but I try to watch it all the time.
Let's get into our word for the day. Say,
Mm-hmm.
this one. Well, I always got some good ones. I'm just good like that.
Oh my gosh.
I'm
You want me to pat you on the back?
I am a philosophical type brother.
Mm-hmm.
Would you agree?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, check this one out.
Mm-hmm.
The word for the day is, be careful of who you speak highly of, because you never know how lowly they speak of you.
That's good. That's true. To the fullest.
You around here talking good about these people, blowing these people up, just because they may deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
But they around here talking behind your back, stabbing you, smile in your face. How long they take the face to backstab you?
Boy, let me
Backstab
tell you, I
you.
need that.
You ain't know that.
That need to be
Oh.
my theme song. I forgot all about that song. Yeah, that's true though.
Yeah,
But I believe in it.
be careful who you speak highly of, because you never know how low they may speak of you.
And that happens all the time.
In other words, I just think.
Because I know people don't like me.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't care if you like me or not. If I like what you do and I see what you're doing is good, I'm going to speak highly of you and I'm going to commend you and I'm going to tell people about you. Even though deep down inside I know your ass don't like me. Because I know to be talking trash. But I don't have no evidence, so I'm not going to say nothing. But I'm going to do me. I'm not going to be fake just because I feel like you. Like, that's why them boys, them people that be, them dudes that cheated on me before.
Anyway,
I don't say nothing, but I give you your props on what you do and how you do things. But I'm gonna get your ass later though.
You vindictive. I believe you'll put sugar in a brother tank.
No, I will not.
I believe you'll scratch a
anymore.
brother's car.
I would never do. I will break a window.
What's the difference? That was my next one.
No, I
Kill a
won't,
car, break a window, flatten some tires.
I won't do that no more. That's beyond me.
I know. If I ever got into a relationship with a girl like you, I know if I made her mad, I'm not letting her cook me nothing to eat.
I'm banned too. You better not. You better not.
They be sitting right
Baby, you're not.
there. Be sitting right there next to they. Do you need your diaper change? Yeah.
Yes, I've had exes tell me, if I ever get old, you will not be one that's gonna take care of me. And I'm like, baby, I will take care of you. Trust me.
Yeah, she gonna take good. She gonna take care of you for real.
Dang,
What happened to him? I don't know. He just woke up and he went in his right mind.
I mean, I'm just saying.
You
Voodoo
been
spells or
addicted. Yeah, you
something
been addicted to
special.
mother. You got that. That's in your blood. What are you? Black and Creole? What are you?
Let's move on.
Okay.
Just know I'm black.
Okay.
Just know I'm black.
Not. Let's get into our. Oh my God, I be damned. What the?
Oh, wait a second. I gotta invite my friend.
Well, you better invite him while we talking. Anyway,
Go ahead. What?
I'm not no tough guy. I ain't no killer.
Mm-hmm.
But I ain't looking for no fight, but I ain't gonna run from none either.
Okay.
But this picture today,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I do. Let's look at this picture right here on the TV screen.
Wait, what would I do?
What does this say? It says,
Oh.
you're at GameStop, and this dude slaps your girlfriend ass. What do you do?
What would you do?
Big as he is. I'm gonna say, say, homeboy, damn, man. Wait, it's fucked up. Girl turn around at the man slap him on the other side of your head. What are you gonna do to him?
Cause like if someone like that, if someone ever snatched my ass, period, my first reaction is get back. I'm get and just do
You
something.
push that big dude, he goes.
And and then you fly back when you push him, and it's like, what do you
Did you
step on his toes?
Did you laugh harder?
What do you hit on him?
Then you kick him in the nuts. He laugh even every time you do
Yeah.
something. Every time you do something, he laugh even harder. I'm gonna be like, you know what, man? You wanna slap that ass again? Turn around here. Let me hit it one more time. That's a big old dude, man. How do you wipe?
Boy,
When you that big, how do
did you just say how does he wipe
Yeah, when you that big,
his?
his arms is this long.
Oh my gosh! Stop!
He don't even
Right.
reach back
How can
there.
you- Stop! I'm done.
He must get a towel. He must get a towel like this, like a beach towel.
Stop!
And-
Shut Oh, that's nasty.
He get
You
that big.
got me thinking now, how does
he
he?
get that big beach towel? Do this here. Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky. How does he wipe?
I'm sorry. I'm just gonna tell
That
you.
Facebook Live?
Is no, because I don't have his Facebook.
Okay, get it. But look, okay, that's a
That's
big old
wrong,
dude.
though. But I say someone should call in who has information on oversized people like that and how they do things. Because the showers have to be something special. The bathroom, you can't take bath. I mean,
Have you ever seen that show? What's that? 600 Pounds?
yeah, right. No, I never seen that.
Man, that's just sad. I see some of them people out there, but you know, I make fun of stuff like that because they put it on the internet. What else you supposed to do with it? I'm not gonna make fun of nobody like that. No.
I mean, I think some people someone was making fun of him, but other people put stuff on the internet because they're trying to get help, which goes into our next situation that I'm not making fun of at all. But it's funny to a certain degree when you don't know the person, but since I know him, it's not funny.
Look, all blessings and praises and honor to God for President Obama. And this talking about the next picture. Because Obama made sure that every job give their employees health and medical insurance. And a lot of jobs consist of dental and eyewear and all that. So this brother has no reason.
Well, if you don't have a job, I don't know if they got a job or not, I'm just saying.
Time out. If this guy does not have a job,
Well,
first of all, I don't even see how men today don't have a job. I don't see how men in today's world do not have a job. I have a job, a good job. I don't have any kids. And the money I make is not even enough for me. So how are you going to be in your late 20s, early 30s, and 40s and don't have a job? How are you supporting yourself? It's hard as hell. And I got a damn good job. Ladies, I'm telling you, I got a good job. I'm a good nigga. Come get me. Come get me. Anyway, yeah.
you the same dude who don't take chicks out to dinner if they,
I'm
you
not
know.
taking you nowhere. I'm like my boy AJ Voice said. I'm going to take you where they making food in front of you, baby.
Oh, Lord.
Right there, the Subway.
You cannot take nobody else's joke. I hope
That's
he's
my boy.
watching.
That's my boy AJ Voice, man. Come on the show.
can't
But look,
talk right
anyway,
now.
let's look at this next picture about this brother right here. Can you blow that up, man?
What? You know I can't.
Look at that guy's mouth.
Oh, sure.
You remember that stuff called Schoolhouse Rocky? You come on, Sandra? Remember one? They call me Yuck Mouth because I don't
shut
brush.
up.
I
Yes,
like my
no.
teeth like this. They
Oh,
call me
oh, oh.
Yuck Mouth because I don't brush. How's about a little kiss? I got some beef in my teeth and some chicken too. Hey, that's a cavity. Hey, that's
That
new.
is nasty.
That nigga, that is Yuck
Stop.
Mouth.
Okay.
Toothless.
Okay, hold on. Let me back. I mean, just.
He got no teeth, sis.
Ooh, wait, stop.
That's your homeboy too.
Stop. Hold on.
His name is Poetic Pimp. When he's spitting his poetry, literally, he's spitting poetry. All that shit coming out the front. Nigga, you need to wear a mask when Corona is gone, whether it's here or gone. Put something in front of that motherfucker to block all that fire.
Okay, so since he's not here to defend himself.
He ain't got to be. When he put that, where did you get this picture from? He say show support. So he doing a what?
It's a GoFundMe.
charge me for my teeth.
That's what
Nigga,
makes
go,
it okay.
Go and to the dentist.
Yeah, see, that's what he's basically saying. In his poems, he lets everybody know, you don't like my mouth, you don't like my teeth, then do something about it. He has a poem that basically says that. Now, if you go to, sorry to have to take your viewers from here to there, but if you go to my Heartless Talk on Instagram, I interviewed him, and he said some of his poems. He told me his reasoning and all that good stuff. But here's my deal. He's a good person, so far from what I've met him out.
He come to typical women.
No, but see, it's kind of confusing because when you hear him talk and how he addresses people, he's very mannerable. But then when you hear some of his poems, I'll be like, well, damn, you kind of switched it all up. You're calling girls out their name, but then they want to be queens, but then you want to be respectful, but then the bitch is this and that because she played you. You got a lot of animosity built up inside.
If I had teeth like that, I would too.
And then, it probably
excuse me,
comes
if
from
I
how-
had no teeth like that, I would too.
Well, the other thing is, some of the poetry he spits is so seductive and sexual and kind of beautiful to a degree that sometimes you have to play the role that fits your look. And if you put someone having an image of you down there or doing sexual things to them, but you know the grill is not looking like what you imagine you want down there, it kind of messes up the whole feel and look. So I think he needs a little help in areas.
You know what he look like right there?
But he's a real spoken person.
Do you watch Martin?
Uh-huh.
Do you remember Dragonfly Jones?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, in that
A
picture.
real life Dragonfly Jones. So y'all know Martin was not playing. That's where they got their character from right there. Ooh, that boy mouth. Ooh.
All I know is,
But no, I agree with this. He got a very good point. If you have something to say about his mouth, if you don't like how it look,
he got to go fund
because
$1 a
apparently
day.
he don't have a problem with it. If he did, he would have got it fixed.
A long time ago. Well, I mean, a mouth is a lot of money. $3,000 just to get maybe 3 teeth fixed.
Johnny Dane will give you a fake grill.
Baby, you ain't lying. That's cheaper than that. You
About
ain't lying.
$900.
You ain't lying. Just wear the grill the whole time.
Just wear the grill.
But you gotta have teeth in order to put the grill on.
No, just get something to lock these back two right here
And
hide all the
clip
front.
it in. You ain't lying.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, Johnny, you ain't lying.
Yeah.
He probably has he thought about that?
I don't know, but you gotta think about
But
something.
anyways, this dude is from Houston, y'all.
Huh?
He's right here. He does live poetry all the time. All the time. Let me see where he gonna be right now. Right tomorrow. Oh, I can't see. Ooh, I can't see. Oh,
But don't worry about it. Wherever he's gonna be at tomorrow, make sure if y'all go see him, take y'all some mouthpieces with y'all to give to him. Take $2-3, put it in a teeth bucket. You know, people have a little bucket where they play music at.
Yeah.
And they drop coins in there. He got a teeth bucket.
Yeah.
Y'all can drop some Halloween Dracula teeth in there if you want. You can drop some grills in there, some quarters, whatever.
Dang, I'm not gonna remember all of that, but his name is Poet Pimp with little dots in between of each one because he's not a pimp, but he is a poet. So you have the P dot, then the O dot, E, so on and so on with Poet Pimp. That's how you find him on Instagram if you want to Instagram him some stuff.
Okay. That's our Oh My God and I Be Damned for today. I think we'll go to a video in a few minutes and we're going to come back. Hopefully our guest is here. If he's not, we're going to get into our topic for today.
Topic is good.
The topic is
I mean, I got a couple too, but go ahead.
The topic is very, very, very good. It's a question that a lot of couples really need to think about.
And I'm going to tell you some facts on that. You know what, actually, everyone, it's okay. At the end of the show, I'm going to tell you something new. It's going to be good too. At the end of the show.
At the end of the show. Well, I tell you what, we'll go to video. We'll be back. This is Nigga Truth with Jimmy Sperger and Paris Nicole.
Got me rapping. Got this green, baby, you heard me. It's the rapping, the green man himself. He did rolling with a couple of Jesus boys. Hey, make no mistake, we bout to afford the business, you heard me? Let's get it. It ain't no secret. I ride with my people. I ride with my people. We banging G's. We banging what? In front of believe. In front of the what? My guy is the man. My guy is the man. Yeah, say to the demons. Come correct when you see us. Cause we finna win. It ain't no secret. It ain't no secret. I ride with them people. I ride with them people. We banging G's. We banging G's. In front of believe. In front of believe. My guy is the man. My guy is the man. Yeah, say to the demons. Come correct when you see us. Cause we finna win.
Yo, hey, as I YOLO, it's solar, scriptura, baby. J1, True Crunk, and the gravy, baby. When you up in your city, come to your hood, and we come to spread the gospel. Bigger than turn to repping the Christ, and we're unashamed about it. Our motivation, it comes from the Great Commission. The Father choose, Jesus speaking, the disciples listen. I cannot live without instructions, so I pay attention. I look to heaven, send the prayers, and God give me vision. Hard on my steps, dear Lord, and lead me all the way. Let me speak with boldness when evil comes my way. Give us protection as we're marching in these last days. Let men come out of darkness and see Jesus the
It
way.
ain't no secret. I ride with my people. I ride with my people. We banging G's. We banging what? In front of believers. In front of the what? Like my God is the man. My God is the man. Yeah, say to the demons. Come correct when you see us. Cause we finna win. It ain't no secret. It ain't no secret. I ride with them people. I ride with them people. We banging G's. We banging G's. In front of believers. In front of believers. My God is the man. My God is the man. Yeah, say to the demons. Come correct when you see us. Cause we finna win.
Audemars with the automatic. Auto tune must have came from auto song. Cause your last song sound like you had a whole lot of static. Auto start on my baggage. Auto seal on that package. Bow down to my masters. Forgive my sins, I was savage. Never seen a Benz that lasted. But the bubble lens got blasted. Saw 2 kids in 1 casket. Nobody saying what happened. Did 2 bids held captive. Slayed 2 demons in laughter. I was not reading the chapter. So I did not care what came after. Consequences and repercussions. I did not put in the factor. Jumping fences with girls lusting. I've always been a good actor. Rapping on back of a tractor. In a hood that's full of attackers. Alley packers and trappers. They hating firing out daggers.
Don't you dare talk to me about life. Half the time I continue to get it. Your spirit man give me the jitters. Come on, let's address on the issue. I'm Paul talking to come in. Trying to keep you out the system. Hard to level up when you in prison. I'm trailblazing for all of my children. My vision worth more than the me. More than life than the finer things. I've been working with the masterpiece. Chick-fil-A eating the quarter piece. Pull up, hop, I look like leaders. Fresh fit and it's straight out the cleaners. I'm in out black, but my guns look like bees. But they keep it serious. Phone tap with a beam. I be up when you sleep. And late night with the creepers. Bible tuck, that's the key for Don't complain, I'm expanding the mental. Please keep up, I cut up a precision. My guy readjust your equilibrium. Bitches don't fly with the eagles. And they talking Philly. I'm talking leg it down the business. Take a seat by my hip for a minute. Meditating on scripture for witness. I ride with my people. I ride with my people. We banging G's. We banging what? In front of believe. In front of the what? Like my God is the means. Yeah, say to the demons. Come correct when you see us. Cause we finna win. It ain't no secret. It ain't no secret. I ride with them people. I ride with them people. We banging G's. We banging G's. In front of believe. In front of believe. My God is the means. Yeah, say to the demons. Come correct when you see us. Cause we finna win.
Jesus boy style. You know what it is. Too gruff for Jesus. Robin. J1. Demon slayers in the flesh. Frontline soldiers. Ooh-wee. Yeah.
And tell them what the deal is.
Okay, we back.
But can I say one thing?
Go ahead, say what you want to say.
To all of the viewers out there who are watching, on behalf of Paris Nicole Williams on Facebook, I would like to apologize if you keep getting messages from me and you know this is not your style. Just understand, this is who I am, but I am of Christ. Now that sounds like I'm just playing, but seriously, I just realized almost everybody on my Facebook page are church members, are family members. And only
you
my
talking
family,
like this?
only my family members know I'm off the chain crazy. My church members know I got issues, but at
That's
the
why
same
you're at
time,
church.
but at the same time, I'm trying to get help with everything in life. But just know I love who I am. That's all I can say.
Do you need prayer?
Everyone does.
Not me.
I need prayer on my finances, my future, my every pray for me. But I do what I do because I'm good at it and I love who I am, and God will guide me like
Hey,
he's
hey,
doing
hey,
now.
hey, this is not
Not
this
church.
is not a therapy session.
Okay, thank you, y'all. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm done. Now,
And we are back.
on the Naked Truth, what's up?
And our guest is here, man. But before we bring him on, I want to say, man, this is one of Houston's legends. I don't see how you can be that young and still be a legend.
Can I show you another piece of my little white girl card?
Yeah, don't.
I
You-
don't
you
care.
earned some
I
black,
am who I am.
You earned some black card today. Don't give it up, Harris.
Did I?
Yeah, you earned a little bit.
Okay.
You only about 5% black today. Don't get that up. But let's go ahead and bring him on. They call him the fat rat with the cheese. He may not be hot like he is, but he still got that cheese. Bring him on, man. Hey, man, bag, give him 50 feet, man. Give the man 50 feet, man. What's going down, man? What's going down? You good? I'm good, man.
Yeah, so okay. Tell me not to talk about it. I think so.
That's the damn right there. You remember that song?
Do you remember me?
He sound dated. I was like, I just had a number one record. He's like, you may not be high. I just got that from your tour, but whatever.
Hey, man.
It's
I'm
all
outdated.
good.
That's good. Hey.
That's my song to bring me back, though.
Okay, let me say this here. You got a number one song, right?
I had several. I have a
Several.
greatest hits album.
Okay. Reason I'm saying that because we so used to hearing all Houston artists on 97.9 The Box.
Yeah.
When Houston was hot.
Okay.
And so when you don't hear that,
Mhm.
you have a tendency to think that the artist is no longer
Yeah.
doing what he used to do.
Yeah.
Does not mean that he's not performing.
Yeah.
Because I know artists
Yeah.
that's not on the radio still performing, making more money now than they did when they were on the radio.
Absolutely.
So that's why I said he may not be as we used to know him.
Yeah.
He's still a fat rat with the cheese. Cause I know his grind. I know he's hustling.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I have not heard number one song from you on the radio. But that does not mean that you don't have one.
But I also think like the music industry is changing. That's kind of like a dated way to look at it because who really listens to the radio like how they used to anymore? Most of the music is streaming and internet. So it's like the biggest artists right now. A lot of them you don't really hear them on the radio. And to be honest, most of the people that are in the loop, just to be honest, they not really listening to like. When was the last time radio broke the last biggest record? It's not. It's very. You know what I'm saying? If that's how you check for artists for the radio, you're missing out on a lot of what's popping right
Boy,
now.
the boy, come on, giving game.
Yeah, it's just what it is. I don't even mean that in the disrespect.
No, you.
It's good to have it, but if the way you judge an artist, if hotness is if you heard it on the radio, that's like telling somebody to put on a vinyl. That's like telling someone to put on a cassette tape now. No one does that anymore. In the world of streaming and internet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, before we go into some more of this your interview, are you familiar with a term called rapid fire?
Rapid fire?
Yeah.
As far as guns.
No.
I got a lot of rapid fire.
What?
I got a lot of rapid fire.
Yeah. That movie. Rapid fire is when we ask you a question.
Uh-huh.
First response. Don't think about it. First response come to your mind.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now. I always think before I say, especially these
Well,
times.
you can't pause. If I say the chair, you say black.
Okay.
Yeah. And no matter what you say, it's not wrong.
Whatever pops in your head.
Because see, you know, we live in a time now where
You gotta be careful.
you got to be careful.
And
if
like-
you're not smart enough, you'll get tricked, and
I
you
think that's
you
the
might
point.
say something, and people might, you got to be careful right now because people love to twist words.
Hey, this is what
So
you do though.
I'm not trying to break the game, but I'm like, nah, you're not finna trick me. I
promise
think
you
about
this.
everything I
promise
say.
you
That's real talk. That's real talk.
People who've been on this show, we have mayors on this show,
Uh-huh.
all kind of politicians, and no one has ever been tricked.
Okay,
These
now-
are no trick questions, and there's no wrong answer.
Okay.
That's
Till tomorrow.
Yeah, anyway,
Yeah,
see
till
why
tomorrow.
the
So you be like,
Naked
why I got
Truth-
all these messages in my?
Oh, that's how you really feel,
We
homeboy?
heard what you said on the Naked Truth, and I just want you to know that we'll cancel.
Okay,
That would not have
because
been
we
the show.
because we are live
Uh-huh.
and you are doing big things, going this way and that way and all things like that. You already just addressed how you feel about the situation. Let me just give you this deal.
Mhm.
Some people come on and they tell us truly the first thing that comes to their mind,
Mhm.
and they try to play it safe because they're so used to being safe.
Yeah.
Others, they just blunt with it and just it is what it is. Who gives a damn?
Mhm.
Then others, they give us answers that's not even words,
Yeah.
but they're expressions.
Yeah.
So people have to read into it however they want to.
Yeah.
So whatever you respond is cool.
That's just, yeah, whatever you
So
do.
let's go.
You gotta be smart.
And you
I-
are. You know you are.
I always tell people you have to live with the consequences. When I leave this show, I'm the one that's so a wise man. I always thinks of what he says out of his mouth. What it says.
Yeah.
But again, I guarantee you will have no regrets when you leave.
Okay.
Okay, I can guarantee you that.
Off top.
So off the top of your head, just respond to these questions. Okay, here's the first question. Coronavirus.
It's real.
Black love.
I love it.
Biden or Trump?
I don't like to tell people who to vote for.
Great answer.
Entanglement.
Foul.
Megan Thee Stallion.
She's doing well.
Okay. Now the fat rat
Mm.
with the cheese.
Legend, icon.
There you go.
Oh, we got some good words
There
for
you
that
go.
shit.
There you go. There you go, man. So you ain't gonna you ain't regret none of this here, man.
King.
We got some good words for that one. The fat rat with the cheese. Now, my real question is, for why the fat rat? I mean,
Oh.
I see, but
Well, I'm not a small guy, but I'm just not. Fat rat with the cheese is old. It came from street terminology, you know, because back in my trapping days, we used to talk in codes. And if you was in the streets, we used to call work cheese. You know what I'm saying? So as I became bigger in the game, this is the past now.
Yeah.
But as I blew up in the game and started, you know, rising up in the streets, when people would call my phone, they'd be like, "Hey, you got some cheese?" And I'd be like, "Nah, I'm capping." They'd be like, "Oh, you capping?" I'd be like, "Oh, that's all right, but I got the cheese." And they're like, "Oh, so you the fat rat with the cheese?" So,
And just
and it just stuck. It started blowing, you know, the bigger I got,
That's
the
a
more
catchy ass
popular I
name,
got.
man.
And then it's like, it started being like, that's the guy with all the work. Fat rat with the cheese. And people always ask how I got that name. It's not like I made it up and said, this is my rap name. No, the streets gave me that name. You know what I'm saying?
And a name well deserved. Let me kind of shift gears a bit, and it's about the career.
Okay.
Houston was hot at one time, man.
It was.
Smoking.
It was.
Oh, what happened?
I think we lost a lot of champions of the system.
Mm-hmm.
I think, you know, I think it's easier when you have someone that doesn't wait on somebody else to move on you.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think we live in a time now where a lot of people will love you if we see somebody else love you. And that's not necessarily the streets, but a lot of the so-called people will know you have records, but they're not gonna touch it till they see other people play records. When you had a vehicle like Screw that he didn't wait till Lil O became Lil O to play Lil O. He didn't wait for Lil Kiki to become Lil Kiki to play Lil Kiki. So you had people that had the opportunity and the cosign and made people want to love them. They didn't wait on the rest of the world. So we had our own culture. You had people that didn't even listen to music from outside. Now it's almost like I feel the mood now is people feel like you damn near have to leave. Because so many,
That is the philosophy that
Yeah.
now Houston in order to blow up, they have to go outside of Houston and
damn
come
near
back.
you damn near have to leave or just go through the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Go through the internet and streets because it's like it's really sad. It's almost like so many people come here and take our culture and they go and they blow up with it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's almost like you see that pretty girl every day. To the guy in the guys that grew up with her in the neighborhood, that's just so and so. But the guy that came in from Louisiana, they're like, dang, who was that? So it's almost like it's more receptive going out of town because I think a lot of times some of these people here, they either have a hidden animosity against you.
Mm-hmm.
They you've been on for too long, or they're jealous, or because they can't do
I
what
like-
you're doing.
I like using that
You know what
scripture
I'm saying?
that come out the Bible. I'm not trying to be into
Yeah.
a religious conversation where
All
Jesus
the
said,
time.
but Jesus said, there's no prophet without honor except in his own hometown amongst his own people.
I love that saying. It's one of my favorite quotes in the Bible.
Yeah, it's just that we don't see people. My dad was a pastor,
Okay.
and man, we kept slew of people in our house.
Yeah.
And my dad would say things to people around the house. They'd be like, "Damn, your dad's smart."
Yeah.
I'd be like,
That's the Bible.
"That's my dad, man.
Yeah.
We should shut up."
Exactly.
We don't see dad as other people see him.
Yeah,
Cause we grew up with this, my dad.
exactly.
But other people see him, like you said, the outsiders.
Exactly.
Damn, man, your dad cool, your dad smart.
Exactly.
Exactly. Old man had insight like that.
Exactly.
Mhm.
But I don't think that's the case because I don't think it's the streets.
Mhm.
I think the people, H-Town people definitely still love H-Town artists. They still very much love the music. I just think a lot of the champions of the culture aren't there anymore. Or they have a different mind state.
What I want to ask you also, we never had, to my knowledge,
Mhm.
correct me if I'm wrong, we never had a female rapper on the level from Houston like Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah, but I think that it's not Houston. I think a lot of people haven't had a female rapper of that standard.
Mhm.
She's done incredible things, right?
Mhm.
Just to be fair.
In a short amount of time.
In a short amount of time anywhere. But let's just be real. Female rappers are super hot right now. But it's never been a plethora of a lot of female big artists. We can
Mhm.
name them on one hand.
Yeah, just
Lil'
about-
Kim,
And going up.
Trina.
Trina,
Yeah.
Foxy Brown,
Yeah.
Nicki
Yeah.
Minaj, but she's considered, I think now.
Mm.
Before that, who was there?
Right.
And
You know.
And I brought that up in the sense that I noticed when Screw was here, when he first took off, Houston had a sound to it.
Yeah.
It's like the new artists that's coming out of Houston now have gotten away from that sound. Like
Yeah.
Travis Scott, when I heard his music,
Yeah.
I didn't hear Houston.
Yeah.
When I hear Megan Thee Stallion, I don't hear Houston.
Uh,
I hear him talking about it, but I don't hear that sound that, that we grew up on.
I think there's nothing wrong with the sound department. Like when I hear Astro World, I hear a lot of Houston in it. Hawks in a lot of those samples.
Mhm.
I know that for a fact. You know what I'm saying? A lot of.
Okay, I'm not saying we don't hear the Houston artists, and
Yeah.
I'm saying it was more of a certain way it was done.
Down south piece.
It was a down south sound.
Grimy, cause man, I'm from St.
Yeah.
Louis, and when I hear it
Yeah.
down south, I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, I know who that is.
I think,
Except for you.
I think music always has to evolve.
Mhm.
I didn't know.
And there's nothing wrong with keeping it the same. So I'm not mad whenever I listen to some of the new artists and be like, it's not the traditional sound we grew up with. A lot of stuff don't sound. If you listen to the R&B, nah, it doesn't sound like the same R&B from, But as long as it has the ingredients, and you're not trying to as long as I can't listen to you and be like, damn, he's from Houston. He sounds like he's from somewhere else.
Mhm.
That's what I hate. You know what I'm saying? But I think a lot of these guys have took their own ingredients of the H-Town sound. For instance, Travis Scott. I think if you listen to Astro World, it's very H-Town, or it definitely you can tell the influences in there. Even Megan Thee Stallion's first hit was a
Mhm.
popular school tape sample. Yeah, Big Old Freak is,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? That's a classic screw tape sample. So they're just putting their flip to it. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't mad at it.
So now, have it. You have a slew of hits,
Yeah.
and honestly, I'm not saying that 'cause you hear,
Yeah.
but your music kind of was not just the normal H-Town
Okay,
sound.
back to what I
You
was
had
saying.
some shit
You-
that people say like, he out of Houston,
Right?
Yeah.
'Cause-
Man, he sound different. He just
Yeah.
Okay, good. It wasn't just me.
I always feel it's good to grow. I always that's why I say I always feel like I always listen to music from all over the
Mhm.
world. So I didn't ever want my sound to be just one specific sound. I kind of feel like that's why I'm still here today. It's because I didn't have any problem experimenting with new music or feeling like I have to sound like this, I have to sound like that. You know.
So, and that was what I was leading to. How has this new sound, 'cause this new generation is used to a certain sound.
Uh-huh.
Has that been kind of difficult for you to adapt to, or you just being the artist that you are, you just flow with it?
Not at all, because artists, there are two types of artists. The artists that create the waves, and then the artists that ride the waves.
Mm-hmm.
I've always been an artist that created the wave. I don't care about what sound. There is no sound for me that I have to have.
Mm-hmm.
I do what I love, and if someone happens to like it, I'm happy. If they don't, if I could listen to it and be proud of it, then I've done my job. To me, that's an artist. We live in a time of artists and entertainers. An entertainer might say, I have to sound like this to pop. And that's why music gets so watered down. You'd be like, damn, everything sounds the same. Well,
Mhm.
because they feel they have to sound that way. But I think longevity is to be an artist. I won't put out anything I don't love. I don't care about what's high. I don't care about what sound. I do the music I love, and if people love it, I'm grateful. If they don't, at least I can look myself in the mirror and be proud of it.
I got a question.
Mhm.
First, from the sound you had
Mhm.
back when when I realized who you were,
Mhm.
with back, give me 50 feet
Mhm.
versus now.
Mhm.
What is the difference between that time and what you're doing now?
I don't really think it's a difference, to be honest with you, because I've always, what is my specific sound? We can go from back, sounds one specific way. Players Good Chose sounds a totally different.
I love that song
That's
too.
my jam.
I love
We
that.
ain't broken no more sounds a totally different
Yeah,
way.
they are.
Bet You Can't Do It sounds a totally different way. Southside Still Holding remixes this Can't Leave Drink Alone. I don't stick to a specific sound.
There's
Right.
something about it though,
Yeah.
because just last night I was listening to Whoever Get Chose, and
Yeah.
I'm like thinking, I don't know who, I didn't
Yeah.
know who it was,
Uh-huh.
but the only name that popped in my head was yours, and I'm like, dang. And then as soon
Yeah.
enough, your
Yeah.
verse came up, and I was like, dang.
It's-
It's something about
Ask you
something.
Ask you something. Is it what he say? Is it true? From a women perspective, do y'all choose us, and we just have to play our cards to stay in? to
Wait,
stay
I
in
thought it said hoes get chose.
No.
Wait, what was the song again? Wait, I don't choose. What?
See, you lost in the black card. You see what I mean earlier, bro?
Players always get told.
Yeah.
Oh,
But see,
players always get chose.
players
Yeah,
Player
always
okay.
niggas don't sweat no hoes. Player niggas get chose.
Yeah.
So is that true? Do y'all really choose us? And a lot of times men think they winning a female.
Oh,
putting
I
the game
think
down.
I honestly 100% think, because we've had this conversation before with other people. We say what and when and how we gonna do it. But only them little, whatever you call them, little chicks who ain't got no, I don't know what you call them chicks. Yeah, I don't know what they doing, but I choose what I deal with all the time. I choose when they can move in, when they can't, and what they gonna do with me. Period. Well, I don't know what that makes me, but I'm not a hoe.
You
But I'm
gotta
not
just,
a hoe.
pretty much what I'm saying, the song is about a girl knows what she likes immediately.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She
Exactly.
knows if she wants to, a girl knows who she's gonna sleep with off top before it
I have several sisters, and I heard that so many times. Man, when you think that you spitting game and winning this woman's already chose if she gonna be with
She
you
know
or
what
not.
she
It's
love.
just up to you if you gonna talk yourself out of it or not.
Plain and simple,
Yeah.
plain and simple.
Then, I forgot what my next question is, but I do wanna talk about your hat.
Okay.
Where does that look come from? Cause
The
I've
bucket
only,
hat?
yes, I mean, because I've only seen street cats wear 'em.
She got on me for wearing a hat like that.
And then another
Yeah.
street cat came in wearing it. I'm
No,
like, y'all
no,
Houston cats.
She from St. Louis,
God.
bro.
Yeah. Well, even the players wear these in St. Louis. It's the classic. Well, everybody knows the classic polo bill.
Yeah.
But the bucket hat is. I mean, I thought.
It's just still in, huh?
I mean,
never
I
went
think
nowhere.
it never went nowhere. I think
never
the
went
style
How
is
old are you?
recycled.
I don't know. I think
41.
it's an age thing.
So
Oh, you're
it's like,
kinda young,
you
don't
know,
you?
so it's like,
Sorry.
but this has been around since LL Cool J,
Yeah.
Rakim.
And it just
It ain't
never
going
went
nowhere.
nowhere.
It
never
comes
going
back.
nowhere.
I think Future's new song is called Gucci Bucket Cap.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, so it's a bucket cap.
You have to get out more.
Yeah,
That's
Guess
all.
so.
Yeah,
Okay,
so-
fine. Talk about me.
definitely.
Look, we're gonna go to commercial break. We're gonna come back. We're gonna find out what the old got going on now.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Whoa.
Well, I can't.
I told you it'd be a short commercial break. Now, y'all know Lil old from back in the day, but
Oh, I know what I want to talk
a
about.
lot of the fans that grew a little older, he done got some new fans. But for those who don't know, including myself, that what you got popping now?
Brand new single out right now, called How They Do. It's a song talking about everything going on right now as far as some police brutality and the Black Lives Matter movement. We're getting ready to shoot the video for that right now. The single's streaming everywhere right now. It's also on YouTube. I'm really proud of that song. It's not really, I didn't make that to be a big hit record or this. I made it to say what I felt needed to be said, and I'm just glad it just so happens to be gravitating with people. But I think the beautiful thing about music right now is with streaming and the internet, you don't have to make a record for a certain thing.
Mhm.
You can just put out good music.
Mm.
So How They Do is the latest single. But as far as a single wise, I got 2 brand new videos out right now. One
Man,
of them
should
is
shout
called-
to us, man.
one of them was called Bossed Up.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible record. When you talk about H-Town music
Mhm.
and that classic sound, I kind of wanted to bring that back in that time, and I just love the response we're getting for that. If you haven't seen the Bossed Up video, it's on YouTube right now. World Star everywhere. Check it out. Also, I got another video, a single called T. Lee with the homie DJ Michael
Mhm.
Watts, and that's just that street banger, that club banger, and I love that record. The response, the videos on YouTube and World Star right now, incredible record, man. And then
I think we got T. Lee. I think you said us that.
I think I sent you everything, but if not, I'm real proud of my videos. I just think they're incredible because I really take a lot of time in how they look and how they sound and matching the record. So if you haven't seen the T. Lee video, the Bossed Up video, make sure you check those out. Also, I got another street record, High Side, and that's booming in the streets right now. The video's on YouTube right now, so just check out those 3 videos: T. Lee, Bossed Up, and High Side. And the brand new record, How They Do. The video's on the way. That's gonna be real special.
Man, you get that
Just
video,
stay
man.
active.
We would love to be part of the people to help put it out.
Absolutely,
We starting a video show called Heat.
absolutely,
The heat.
It's called Heat. All
absolutely,
street heat. Whatnot.
absolutely.
We would love to put that on in the area, man.
I'm always grateful for the
Yeah.
support, always. And, even now I think it's a different time because I think shows like this have a lot of power right
Mhm.
now. Have a lot of power right now because people are looking to where it's not censored or watered down or playing the same thing
Mhm.
over and over and over. So, I think it's a great opportunity.
And we think you should come and show us some love.
In
The
general.
number is 832-649-8406. You can call in now, the phone line is open. You can talk to the old, the fat rat with the cheese, Paris Nicole, and the square guy. You got something you want to add?
Okay, so when we were talking about how time has changed
Mhm.
with the legends not being here anymore and other
Mhm.
people coming out, so I feel it has a lot to do with marketing and then
Mhm.
who people are signed to.
Mhm.
Because I obviously can tell when people got that same sound,
Mm,
they stick with it. It's easy to make, and they got to get so many records out.
mhm,
They're with some type of record label that's making them do things and push things at a certain time.
mhm.
How are you dealing? Are you signed with someone, or how does that work for you?
I'm an independent artist. Borderline Entertainment is my own label. I do what I want to do.
Okay, I think that makes a big difference
Uh-huh.
in everything too, and how things are marketed. But along with that,
Mhm.
St. Louis.
Yeah.
This is where y'all. I know when I first heard about him coming onto a show,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, who is this dude biting old boys' music? Because I remember growing up on this and doing this shit in the clubs. And then when he came on, I was like, oh wait, that's yours, because he wasn't as young as I thought. I thought it was a young cat coming in trying to steal somebody's music, and it was him. And my mouth dropped. I was like, oh shucks, now I feel real.
That was smart. What y'all call it? The Nita Pop?
Then yeah, the
Yeah.
nigga
Call it what?
in St. Louis, he would come.
Back took off in St.
Mhm.
Louis very heavy.
Mhm.
They made up their own dance to it. They would do to it, and it was called the Nina
The
Pop.
Nina Pop.
How's it
Oh
go?
baby, don't ask me to pop
Do it,
like
Barry.
that. But
You
it's
don't do it.
all I do, it was something like this. But I can't.
It was
I'm
live,
not a
though.
dancer.
Look, there's two
Cause
things.
you're not black.
There's 2 things they're gonna do to back in St. Louis. They're gonna do the Nina Pop and
Or
they're gonna
fight.
fight.
When that song came on,
When that
Oh,
song
you gotta tear the club up, something.
Oh
Yes,
man,
that was the
St.
type of
Louis, Missouri, man, say when
That was
back
good.
come on, Nina Pop up.
Say, man, okay, look, I want to know, cause I'm on the brinks.
Yeah.
I'm proper side.
Yeah.
Man, how when you go somewhere and people hit you with that's a little old, that fame status.
Mhm.
How does that make you feel?
Ooh, that's my other question. How do
Be
you
honest.
respond?
Just
How
make
do you
it true.
respond
How
to-
make you
No,
feel
how do you
about it?
respond to different people? Because you got the little boppers, you
Mhm.
got men, you got kids. How do you respond? Because
I respond to them all the same. I'm grateful for anybody that loves my music. I think after all this time, it's kind of hit me that you lasted the test of time.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like when you have kids, coming up to you about songs they jam. Like, I never thought some of these songs would still be around, but I can go to an 18 and up show and perform, and they know my word songs were. They jam players get chose like it just came out yesterday.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? It's like when coronavirus hit, it's like back went viral again, and people were doing all these.
Yeah, man,
memes.
bag back, man.
I couldn't.
Wow.
I couldn't believe
Yeah.
it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you realize that you've made music that's lasted the test of time and people love you and appreciate it, yeah, I'm very grateful for it, because there are a lot of guys that come and go.
Mhm.
They can't.
How
still
old were
tour,
you
do
when you
shows.
really got in the game seriously about rap?
Rapping? Like, I put out my first record at what was it? Can't Stop, which was what, me, Beyonce, what was that, 97? Back came out in 97. Let's see. It's 29. How many years is it? 2020.
Yeah, I don't know.
So,
Yeah, you're the math guy.
I was about 20.
Oh, man, and you not even old, bro. You been in the game a long
I
time.
have, man. That's why I say I'm so grateful.
Wow.
I'm so grateful, you know, to have people that still love my music. And you know, it's crazy because, you know, someone was sending me, you know, there's like, you know, one of my favorite songs, Can't Stop, you know, with me and Destiny's Child.
Mhm.
So it's like, to say that was the very first song I ever did. It's the very first song I ever put out. And to this day, for me to still be able to perform that song, or people tell me that's their favorite song, or, you know, somebody that wasn't even born when it came out tell me, hey, I just got hip to this song. You know what I'm saying?
makes it do
I
it
got,
here.
I got, well, it was like the Beehive is posting this song now. Did you
Right?
know Beyonce's first video was it's like
Was
it's
you
like, wow.
was you starstruck? I mean, it's a two-part question. Was you starstruck
Mhm.
to meet Destiny's Child and do a song with them?
Well, you got to remember, I always tell people, when you're making history, you don't know when you're making history.
Yeah.
But was they famous?
When we did Can't Stop, that was our first video,
That was-
period. That was my first video and their first video.
Now, the second part of the
Yeah.
question, but to see what Beyonce have evolved into
Uh-huh.
now, how does that impact your
I love it because I always tell people, it's always good to see someone come from where you come from, do big things, because, especially when you're not from an industry town, because you have proof that it can be done. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know our bond is really strong, because her daddy, Matthew, was my first manager. That's who taught me the whole business of the game. So I always found it inspiring. I always found it
See, I never knew that.
great. Oh yeah,
I never knew he was your first manager.
he was my very first manager, my mentor, everything. We still talk to this day. It's inspiring to see somebody come from where you come from to do great things, representation. So to see someone, to me, in my opinion, I feel her impact is just as big as Michael Jackson. I think so. Not saying it's bigger or
For a longevity term, but
well, not even longevity.
Because
It's
it's
not.
amazing,
We're not.
isn't it?
We're not comparing it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying the impact on the world.
Yeah.
You can go to any continent
Anybody knows
in
her.
the country and say Beyonce.
and they know who
And
she
she's
is.
They
working
know
with
who
so
she
many
is.
different
It's
people.
not. I don't mean that in a disrespectful way to Michael Jackson. I'm just saying there's very few people in the world that you can say their name
And
anywhere.
everybody knows
Everybody knows.
who you talking about.
And to say that her very first record was with me, and it was I started on the Screw Tapes, and it's a classic. I'm very proud of that.
Do you-
And to say it still lives on to this day, yeah, definitely.
And when you say still live on to this day,
Mm.
do you ever get a chance to like, or have you got the chance since they have actually blown up? Have you ever got the chance to perform in song with them again?
I haven't had a chance to perform Can't Stop.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's one thing I haven't.
Because I know it's like sometimes artists they do tours and they'll say, man, let's just try to do one of our old songs since people kind of know what it is now.
It may come back on
and
time.
it may come back on you because
You never know
You
where
never,
things go.
you never know when things go, but when they had dropped No, and I think they had moved out of it, I think they realize now how big the song is on the Screw Tapes, because it's like people telling, oh, we love you from the Screw Tapes and Can't Stop. They're like, it's kind of dope now. It's like,
Yeah.
that was our first record. We We was in the studio, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a street anthem. It's a street anthem.
And she
You know,
keep it.
you know what I'm saying?
sometimes
Definitely.
still.
So that's part of the song is part of H-Town history now. You know what I'm saying? So when you're gone though, traveling all over the world, you know what I'm saying? You might not know the impact of something you did back there is that major. You know what I'm
You
saying?
know, I don't think
Go ahead.
there's whenever you do what you're doing, where you get to where you're trying to go in
Yeah.
a different step.
Yeah.
I don't think there will be a problem with figuring out how and who to speak to address it and say, just like Alicia Keys got her man, Beyonce's man, to go on in New York and do a song that was
Yeah.
for New York.
Yeah.
Beyonce very well may do something to bring back to the community, build Houston up, especially with Corona, whatever, something with her first song, with you and other people that she's known here in Houston. I think she would do something like that.
It's
how it's approached, a proposal.
I always tell that people, things happen in divine order. You know what I'm saying? Beyonce don't owe me nothing. You know what I'm saying? She's a class act. She's an incredible artist. Everything she does, she deserves. Her father is my mentor, my big brother. So I always tell people, when it makes sense, it'll happen. Do what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Do what you're supposed to do, and like I always tell people, do what you're supposed to do, and when something makes sense, it'll make sense. So it's like some people always sometimes say, well, why you on that? I say, you know, when it's time for me to work with anybody, it always just happened. Anybody I ever worked with, from UGK to Scarface to you know, even the new artists, Big Crit, it just will still jam that song to this day. It means a lot to me.
Our time is short, but I want to ask you this too.
Yeah.
Looking back over your career, does it baffle you sometimes from what the things that God did in your life and how you was able to, and you know, the longevity to
Yeah.
still be here, to still do what you do?
Absolutely.
What does that actually go through your mind?
Wow.
Or why
I
you
mean,
even got to where you are now.
anybody that knows God knows that sometimes you'll have moments that hit you like, wow, man, God really came through for me. God really came through for me. This could have happened. That could have happened. I could be in a worse place. It's most of my friends, you know, at this time, most of the guys I started with aren't with me. Most of my friends aren't friends anymore. A lot of them are dead. A lot of them are locked up. Some of them are strung out. You know, it's just life happens. So the fact that I'm still here, free, traveling the world, you know,
With the cheese.
doing what I want.
He doesn't
eating
have
what
the
I
cheese
want,
no more.
going,
Now cheese is money. Cheese is money now.
Yeah,
It's a new term. It's a new term.
Okay, it's a new term.
doing what I do, I'm just extremely grateful because it's I still get letters from guys in the feds, so that are like not associates. These are my real friends. I easily know what my life could have been, and I'm very grateful just to be here and have people to still care about my music and be able to make a living doing what I love and still be able to do it at a high level, because I always said I never want to put out music if I feel it can't live up to the music that people expect from me. So to be able to still be able to put out music and compete at a high quality level, and for people to still appreciate it and love it and do shows and people to still get stopped. Look, I was at Valero yesterday, right? And this tripped me out. I had on a mask. You know, you got to wear a mask
Everywhere. That is a new norm.
when you go into the store. So I was going in, and I had a big mask on too, and I was just making a comment. I said, "Lil O," and I was like, I was so
You
shocked.
thought it was a disguise.
Yeah, you know, man, and I promise you, this was just last night. Before I could even think, I had to ask him. I said, "Man, how did you know it was me with this mask on?" He says, "Because I love you and I've been listening to you for years."
Wow.
That alone. I'm telling you, I have, you know, the mask you wear.
Yeah.
I had a, not the little surgical mask.
Right.
I had the big black
Oh.
mask that comes, you know, the with the N95.
All that is your eyes and your
Yeah, the
hair.
only thing he saw was my eyes,
Oh,
man.
and he was like, I know who that is.
And he said, "Lil O," and it just shocked me, because someone that can look at you with a mask on and don't see you every day, but he knew that was me.
Again, I want to know how
Thanks, God.
what goes to your body when that happens. How does it make you feel? Just
Man, important as hell. Now I got a real question. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
All right, from the beginning when you started, from what I understood, you went door to door, letting people know what kind of records you had, and you wanted people to hear your stuff, and you ended up knocking on someone's door that opened other doors for you.
Mhm.
Just like you had that opportunity,
Mhm.
where you knocked on, I don't want to say the wrong people name, the Screw, one of the Screw people.
DJ Screw.
DJ Screw.
Uh-huh.
When you knocked on his door, he said, yeah, I'm gonna listen to this, and he liked it. How many opportunities have you given other people, the same one that you had?
I always try to help upcoming artists, but I think it gets misconstrued when I say you knock on somebody's door.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? Because I think a lot of times people do things wrong. I knocked on a DJ's door,
Mhm.
a DJ
Oh.
that played records. It's
Okay.
DJ Screw. I gave him my record. I hope he liked it. That's my job, to
Mhm.
give my music to a DJ.
Mhm. Mhm.
And if he likes it, he'll play it. That's his job if he likes it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think a lot of times people go to rappers.
Right. Thinking
they
they
say
go.
something. If the rapper says, "Hey, I'm starting a record label,"
Right.
that's one thing.
Mhm.
That's your job to say, "Hey, I heard
That's a good point.
you're starting a record label. You're a record label. Are you looking for talent?"
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times people come up to artists and people don't understand that being a CEO is a big responsibility. Having artists, you have someone who's dependent on you for their future.
Mhm.
A lot of the artists ain't ready for that.
Right.
Nor do
Yeah.
they want the
That's not their
responsibility.
job, yeah.
Nor do they want the responsibility.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So a lot of times people get mad thinking that, oh, well, it's not that.
Mhm.
That artist might not be capable to take on artists, much less that's not what he does for a living.
Right.
You know
right.
what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it's not, I always tell people when you're approaching people, you gotta know where they are in their life and exactly what there is, what they do.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna go to a doctor seeking law advice and then get mad when the doctor says, hey, bro,
Yeah.
you need to go see a lawyer.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
very good
Yeah,
point,
you
everybody.
gotta-
Know who you're going to
Yeah, and
when
what-
you're trying to get something
And what
done.
the purpose? And
What
the
is,
purpose?
what is the purpose of it though? But yeah, you know, as far as in helping, it's many underground artists that I felt had a big buzz, and I put them on songs, and it's just because I felt like, you know what, they have a spark, and I want to do something. I'll do that if I see some potential in you. But a lot of times now, I've seen so many times it go to waste. I'd rather see someone put out their own music
Mhm.
and see what they're doing on their own. Then
Right.
I might step in and say, hey, come get on this.
Right, right,
But
right.
just sending me something, you know, I'll know about you.
Mhm.
If you're really working out here about you.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Man, our time is up. But tell people they can find you, what you got, real quick, and this.
All my social media is SUCLILO. That's SUCLILO. That's my Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, SoundCloud, Facebook, everything. You can always find me at SUCLILO, SUCLILO. Make sure you check out all my videos. Every video I have out now is on my YouTube page. That's Fat Rat TV, FATRAT TV, Fat Rat TV. That's my YouTube page. But the newest videos, again, check out the T-Lee video with the homie DJ Michael Watts. It's a banger. The Bossed Up video, banger. High Siding video, banger. And get ready for the new video, How They Do, on the way. Appreciate everybody that's been following me all these years. Get ready, we got some good stuff in store, man. I appreciate all the love.
He's still the fat
Whoa.
man with the cheese, just a different kind of cheese. Appreciate you, man.
Always a pleasure, man.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you
you
for having me,
again.
brother. You know, I don't know if people dap now or shake hands.
I know,
I just be like, oh,
Yeah. they corona ball all that.
I can roll
I
it,
check out the
ooh,
news
set of
sometimes.
times.
A dude hit me the other like this here. Oh, okay, what's up?
Yeah,
What?
yeah,
That's what it's
okay,
gonna
yeah.
be in a minute.
Yeah, fake high five, you know.
We'll see y'all Monday on Motivation
Salute.
Monday. I won't be here. Paris will be here with her girl.
Yeah, my girl talk. That's what I was gonna let y'all know. It's gonna be good and on and popping Monday. Girl talk, real shit.
Sex talk.
Sex talk.
I want
We
to
see-
tune into that one.
We'll see y'all Monday, man.
See y'all later.
Fuego, hot, fuego, fuego. It's hot, fuego. Caliente, fuego, hot, fuego, fuego. It's hot,